everyone, it's Mr. Bellotti, and I'm so excited that school is starting soon. I know it's been a little while since I've seen many of you, but I really can't wait to get everybody back in school again. We're going to have a lot of fun and a lot of learning, and you know what? Your teachers, they told me they're so excited too. There are some changes this year, and so in a minute, I'm going to take you guys to a classroom and the lunchroom to show you how things are just a little bit different. But most importantly, we're all so excited to see you guys back in school. So let's go back to a classroom and see what your room's going to look like this year, okay? All right. Now here we are in one of our classrooms. This is going to be what one of your classrooms may look like. And if you look, wait a minute, we have 3 students here already. Well, if you see, they're all being very good and doing their work at their classroom desks. There's plenty of room for all of you. Your teacher will be in the front of the room. And most importantly, learning and having fun. Right, guys? All right, let's go see the lunchroom. All right, here we are in our cafeteria. And if you look, how'd they get here so fast? You guys are pretty quick walkers. Well, you can see we still have our lunch tables are out, and what we'll be doing is sitting 3 kids to a table, just like you see here. 1 on the end, 1 in the middle, and 1 on that far end. So you could still talk to each other while you're eating your lunch. The last thing I thought to show you today would be how we're going to walk in the hallways. So they're here again. All right, well, can the 3 of you guys, can you show us how we're going to walk in the hallways when we're in school? All right, let's see it. Perfect. Social distance, everybody's happy, everybody's safe. I'm so excited to see all you guys. I cannot wait for the next 2 weeks to go by just so we could all be back here at Connetquot Elementary again. We'll see you guys soon.
East Islip. This is Mrs. Nacarado from Timber Point Elementary School. So excited to welcome our friends back to school this September. Something that I want everyone to think about this year is to remember the 3 W's. We're going to talk about this a lot. We are going to wash our hands. We are going to wear our mask. And we are going to watch our social distance. We're going to have an amazing year. Today, I have a friend with us who's new to Timber Point, and she's going to come around and show you the school with me. Here is my friend Brooke, and we're going to show you a classroom. Here we are in one of our amazing classrooms. As you can see, all of our desks are spaced out so we have social distance. Brooke, could you take your mask off and tell me what you think about our classroom?
It's amazing.
That's awesome. All right, here we are in the Timber Point cafeteria. And as you can see, my friend Brooke is enjoying a little cookie, as she should at her desk. How's that cookie, Brooke? Awesome.
Welcome, JFK. It's so exciting to see that we are starting a new year in only a couple of days. I want to welcome all of our returning students and certainly say welcome to all of the new students that will be joining us. We're excited to have a wonderful year, to collaborate, to communicate, to be creative thinkers so that we can together solve all of our problems. And we will meet every challenge in a mindful way, taking a deep breath, paying attention, staying in the present moment on purpose. So we're very excited to also introduce you to the school. So right now we're going to take a little bit of a tour around the building, and I will meet you in the classroom and the cafeteria. So welcome again. So this year we are also, when we're in the building at all times, we're going to remember to wear our mask, wash our hands, and watch our social distance. It's the 3 W's that are going to be very important to keeping us all safe and well. And I know that my students are very excited to come back to school, yes?
Yeah!
And you're excited to see?
See our friends.
Excellent. Looking forward to seeing everybody in a couple of days. Remember the 3 W's. Wear your mask, wash your hands, and watch your social distance. We'll all stay safe this way. So we are in the JFK cafeteria, and now it is time that we can drop our masks. So ladies, you can take off your masks and get ready for your lunch. You're going to have the opportunity to buy lunch like you would have any typical day, or you can bring your lunch and you'll have assigned seats, and everyone can now socialize a little bit further apart, but comfortably enough that you will have a wonderful lunchtime. And then of course after lunch, or if you're scheduled before lunch for recess, you're going to get to go outside, have a special designated spot where you can meet with your friends and socialize, and we will feel like we are having a wonderful school year.
See you in September!
Hello, welcome to RCK. I cannot tell you how excited I am to see everybody in September. Welcome back to our returning 4th and 5th graders, and to our new students and our 3rd graders. You are going to have a wonderful time here at RCK. I hope you make great memories and meet many new friends. We're going to take this opportunity to look around the building. It may look a little bit different than it had last year, but I can tell you, you will quickly learn in the first couple of days of school that RCK is still the best place that it always has been, filled with awesome teachers, wonderful staff, and great kids. Here we are in one of our typical classrooms. Maybe in the past, your classroom had the desks all put together, or maybe in closer rows. Now our desks are a little bit further apart, but for our RCK students, they're just as excited. We're excited for a great year, guys, right?
Yeah!
This year, we may have to think a little bit differently than we ever have had in the past. We try to think of our 3 W's, where we wear our masks, we wash our hands often, and we watch our social distancing like our 3 awesome RCK students are doing right here. As you can see, our cafeteria, like our classroom, may look a little bit different, but it is still a place that you can come, buy your lunch, bring your lunch, be with your friends, relax, and have a great time. Right, guys?
See you in September!
Hello, East Islip Middle School students and families. This is Mr. Brennan and Mr. Thorley, and we can't wait to welcome you back to the middle school. It's been a long time, we miss you, and we know you're excited to get back, and we're excited to have you back. You are going to see some changes here in the middle school. We've taken some precautions to make sure that we can all stay socially distant and we can all stay safe. One of the things that you will notice around school are these hand sanitizers. You will see some maybe just freestanding like this one here. There will be ones mounted on the walls around the building. So that will be a nice opportunity that we can keep our hands nice and clean, nice and sanitized, so we're not spreading any germs. You'll also notice that on the floors, there will be yellow lines dividing the halls and arrows pointing in the direction you can travel when you're in the building. We're doing this to try to do our best to maintain social distance and keep you safe when you're traveling through the halls. In a little while in this video, we'll go down and we'll show you what a typical classroom is going to look like. We're going to show you what the cafeteria looks like. And we'll talk a little bit about what arrival and dismissal will look like. But first, I want to turn you over to Mr. Thorley, who's going to share some information about your schedules. Mr. Thorley?
Thank you, Mr. Brennan. And again, welcome to our new 6th graders, and welcome back our returning 7th and 8th graders. It has been a long 6 months, and we are indeed looking forward to you guys getting back. One of the first things I'm sure you're all looking for is your schedules. What classes am I going to be in? What friends am I going to be with? I know you're all looking forward to giving that out, and so are we. Hang on, in a few days, we'll be sending that information out to you. If you look at your schedules, you'll notice we'll be continuing to follow our period 1 through 9 schedule. In one change that we're going to have, instead of 4 minutes between the changeovers, we're going to have 3 minutes. While you're in school, you're also going to be able to follow your regular A-day, B-day schedule, whether you're in the building or whether you're on remote learning. So we're going to do our best to keep your schedules as normal as possible as we move forward in these new times here in 2021. Thank you. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go check through the building to see what we have in store for you.
So here we are in one of our classrooms. For the most part, the classroom looks the same, but you'll see that we have this nice new furniture that we ordered, and you'll see that there are a lot fewer desks in the room. We have these rooms set up so that there will be no more than 15 students in a classroom at a time, so we can maintain safe social distance. You'll also notice Mr. Thorley over there working away on a computer. We're also becoming a one-to-one device district, meaning that every student is going to have their own computer that they're going to be able to work with in their classrooms. We're very excited to be able to offer this for you, and we think it's going to be great for you when you're here in person and also when you're home learning remotely.
Well, here we are now in our middle school cafeteria. Students, be reminded that throughout the hallways when you are there, you will be reminded to have your masks on. Now that we are in the cafeteria, you can probably hear me a little better, and I can speak to you here in how we have the cafeteria set up. As you can see, we've had to change it a little bit from what we've used in the past. We've got tables set up to keep everyone appropriately socially distanced. As you can see here, Mr. Brennan is being a very studious student and working on some work while he's in the cafeteria waiting to be called up to go to lunch. The cafeteria will be set up in a way that students will go out in the hallway and proceed into the dining area to pick up their food and then return back here into the cafeteria. We will be setting up all of our students here in the cafeteria during the year that they're assigned for their lunch periods. Just as a heads up though, our 7th period lunch period is a little larger than the rest of them, so what we have also set up is an overflow area to address some of those students as well. We won't keep you in the overflow area for the entire year, but just as a heads up, we may move some of you to a very close location nearby.
So here we are, we're outside right by the bus loop. And you can see Mr. Thorley, again, being very studious using his laptop, wanting to get in maximum time getting his education and instruction in. But we're standing here in front of the entrance by the auxiliary gym. This is where our 6th grade students will enter when they come off the bus. And just past the tree over there is an entrance where the 7th graders will come in. And then our 8th grade students will come in through the library lobby entrance. We're going to put signage up over all the doors to show exactly what door you come in, and we will have staff here to assist you and help get you where you need to be. On the other side of the building, we're also going to have separate entrances for 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, and again, there will be signage over those doors. We are doing all of this to do our best to maintain social distance and ensure that as you come and go from the building, you could do so safely while maintaining decent social distancing. You'll also see that I'm now wearing my mask because as we come into the building and while we're walking through the halls, we have to remember for the safety of yourself and everyone else that it's very important that we wear our masks. Over the next couple of days, if you go on to the district website, you will see the individual building plans for the opening of school with all the different scenarios of remote learning, hybrid learning, and there you will get more detailed information about things you may have questions for. So please make sure that you're visiting the website to get that information. So I believe that that's all we have for you right now. Again, we wish you the best for the next week or so as we finish up the summer. And just know that we really are excited to have you back. We can't wait to have you in our classrooms. Welcome you back to the 2021 school year.
Hello, East Islip High School students. This is Mr. Bernard. I'd like to welcome you back to the 2021 school year. We are looking forward to having everyone here in the building. Obviously, we're going to be taking several safety measures to make sure that everyone in the building is safe as we are attending school in your cohorts. So you will notice that there are several things that you'll see in the building as you enter. One of the things that we have here is our hand sanitizer stations, and they have also been mounted on the walls throughout the building. We are requiring all students to wear a mask at all times in the building, except in the cafeteria, which we'll see in just a moment. When you enter the school, you'll be wearing your mask. You'll be having your student ID with you. So those upperclassmen who have been issued the Scholar Chip ID, you know how to interact with the kiosks that will be placed around the building. We will have two entrances on the east side of the building, our sports lobby entrance, and we'll also be entering from the front of the building. When you enter the building, you'll be interacting with the Scholar Chip kiosk using your student ID. So you take your student ID and tap it on the Scholar Chips kiosk. If you happen to not have your student ID with you, please give your student ID number to the operator, and they will print you a temporary pass, which will come out here, and you'll be on your way. This temporary pass can also be utilized in our cafeteria, and that barcode for contactless transactions in our cafeteria as well. When you enter the building, you'll notice additional signage helping to maintain our social distancing. On the floor, we will have arrows indicating the direction and flow of traffic, and a reminder that we should remain 6 feet apart during this time. This is an example of a typical classroom. We have 14 desks in the classroom, and you notice we have some great new furniture that was ordered and delivered this summer. So we look forward to utilizing our new furniture in this socially distanced space. We're now in the cafeteria. Things will be a little bit different in our cafeteria as you come in. There will be signage. All of the transactions will be outside of the serving area, and the desks are spaced 6 foot apart so that you can enjoy your meal. This is your opportunity to take your mask down and enjoy having a meal and a break. We do have the cafeteria set up as well as the auxiliary gym where you can get some grab-and-go items which would be available in our sports lobby. So you can go in there and have a meal as well. There will be opportunities for you to go outside and sit as well during this time. We are looking forward to having everyone here, and we are looking forward to a great year. But again, make sure that you are taking every precaution to make sure that you're safe. We're wearing masks, we're keeping the social distancing, and we are using hand sanitizer stations throughout the day and washing our hands. We look forward to a great year.